Now, instead of floating him, I'm just feeling between his intention and the information to push. All I'm doing is separating energy and information. Recognizing that there's this information field interacting with life force that makes personality, makes who you are, makes people act in certain ways, this information patterns. And then when you separate the two, the energy and information, the information that comes out of the energy allows that remaining energy to be utilized by the person's health, by the higher self, by their greater good, by their goals, without the emotional information in the way acting as a resistor. So if, let's say you've got kids and this behavior pattern that your child's exhibiting that's not healthy for them, just release the information in relation to that behavior pattern out. You don't want to take away their energy and exhaust them. You just want to separate the layers and that information, dissolve it into light. Just let it go back into the universe. And the energy remains, but it doesn't have the same information. They'll reuse that energy in a different way. And this skill in creating different energetic effects and neutralizing energetic effects is really, really valuable. Now, if you want to jump up for me, as an example, my partner gives me a force and there's an intention in his mind to give me the force. Now, instead of floating him, I'm just feeling between his intention and the information to push. All I'm doing is separating energy and information. And it's very similar to floating a person by separating the matrices. Thank you, Sean. But I'm just separating the matrix between information and energy. It's deeper than normal matrices because information and energy is so ingrained together because it makes emotions and intentions and body movement. But when you play with this principle, let's say you walk into a hotel room and there's all this information stuck in there. As soon as you get the matrix to release the information and you dissolve it into light, the negativity is gone. Because energy in and of itself is pure. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just pure energy. The information is what makes it positive or negative. So if you practice separating the information and the energy, then you're in a place of, I can change this, the energy in the space. I can clear the space. I can work with this and transform it alchemically and make it better. And when we're raising lower energy to the higher, that's really what's happening. We're changing the information. We're going from this information to that, and we just let it go to a basic raw element, raise it up, put new information in. And when you're aware of what's actually happening when you transform, because there's really three qualities here. There's energy, information, and consciousness. And consciousness, when it cuts in, binds in, touches energy and information, it fuses together. Now, when your consciousness comes in and separates the energy and information, then the power of expression gets neutralized. That emotion can't express itself when you're separating it. So it's like interrupting a person's willpower, their body, and the force coming in. You separate them, that's literally what's happening. You're not allowing the will to express itself. When you go deeper, it's these three qualities you want to separate: consciousness, energy, information. The consciousness component seems to happen by itself when you release the energy information, you separate them. It's a byproduct that consciousness is going to separate out as well. And so there is these three aspects. Work on the first two of energy information. And consciousness is what we're really transforming. When we transform energy from lower to higher, our consciousness is in a lower state. It touches the energy. We raise awareness up, carry the energy. It goes from a lower state of vibration to a higher state of vibration. So when you touch someone else, their consciousness is moving with you when you do the 3 transformations with another person. Being very aware of the information energy separation allows you to go to actually what is happening when you raise lower energy to the higher. The information separates first, consciousness rises, and then new information is reintegrated. And that's happening underneath the feeling of taking energy from here and bringing it up from a lower to a higher. And that relationship between how energy vibrates and the way information vibrates, the way they touch each other to produce something, when you pull them apart, you're really holding on to that principle of power that allows you for alchemy to work.